Okay. And let's take the seven one, and then we can go back and forth from them as well. And seven one is kind of like general for everybody's health and everything is eat the healthy food, and like my thing is give up the alcohol. It's like that's how like actually me and you kind of met because I was posting in that Grant Cardone's group. I was posting.
Yes.
I was waiting
Yes.
to find out how many people because he promotes not drinking,
Yep.
and he was posting like who else in this group is not drinking. And I was so amazed to get so many people saying because I thought like I was like in a point of thinking everybody's drinking.
Yep.
And we had like over 100 people saying that they're not drinking.
Yep.
And I was like, wow, that is cool.
Yep. A
Yeah.
100%. 100%. I love Grant Cardone. And that's one of the things that I so admire about him is he is very adamant and upfront about his story and how much he hates alcohol and he hates drugs. Um, I do. I agree 100% that that is the failings a lot of times of us as a species is self-medicating. So many people are
Mhm.
self-medicated. They're stuck in bad relationships. They're stuck in abusive relationships, and it's because they're just zoning out. They're not fighting for themselves anymore.
Mhm.
I
And what
totally
hap-
agree.
and what happens with a lot of those relationships as well? We talked about it as um, that's one of the way the abusive part controls the other person. I had a
Yes.
situation where they get the person in purpose, they
Yep.
get them drunk and high because when they're drunk and high, they can't leave.
Yes. I remember you saying that.
And that's one of the ways they control them.
Yep.
Like I've had a lot of clients where they just like they know that they're being kept like drunk and high, and that's how they're not able to leave.
Yep. Yeah, mine did that. I no drugs, but yeah, the first thing as soon as I would get to his house would be a big old glass, a huge glass too, not like a little, a big glass of rum and coke. Every day I would be at his house, and I was there probably 4 or 5 nights out of the week. So I was drinking two of those with ice, of
Hmm.
rum and coke, and he was hefty on the rum to make sure that I would, that was how my sexual abuse started, and that is how he, our relationship conversations would happen when I was already a glass or two in of him convincing me to move in with him slowly, then slowly once I moved in with him, convincing me to leave my job and work for him. And that's how he did it. He just slowly would get me in these happy states and slowly totally took control of my entire life.
Hmm.
It's crazy.
I've seen like I've seen one of those stories where the woman was had everything in control before the abusive relationship. They had job, their kids. She had two kids. Well, the kids were fine, or their life was fine. Job, they lived in they had a house they lived in. She was single, but she
Mhm.
had a house she lived in. She had two kids and the job and everything like this. And then she met that person, and I think it took about a year or something like for her. And drugs and drinking, and she lost a job, she lost a house, and she lost her kids as well.
Wow. Oh,
Hard thing to see, hard thing to even understand. But that's
gee.
why, like, they use that.
Yeah,
They use the drugs and alcohol as a tool to get that person stopped.
100%. Wow.
That's why, like, people think, like, well, what the alcohol has to do with it. Kind of does.
Yep. I agree with you. Wow, that's heavy.
Hmm.
Yeah. And I'm sure that stuff is happening all over the place,
Yeah,
you know,
it's
all
hard
the
to
time.
do things like that.
All the time. Wow. Well, that is a list.
Hmm.
That is a list. How long have you been teaching with this list?
I use different tools as well. Like use usually like what I start with is like just rebuilding all the person things. Like I take the person and like we'll go through like everything from what they want to change, what they really want, like what I want for health, what I want to look like, what they want for career, what they want for a relationship, like like starting from the first point. What do
Yeah.
they want?
Yeah.
And then we start going through like the steps to get there, like small steps they can take in the beginning, and then all those other things will add on slowly.
That's
At
beautiful.
first, you will set like figure out the number one is what they want. What is the future that they sing and like write it all out, and then you start like creating that new future and new life.